Chronic kidney disease, or CKD, is a condition that quietly shadows the lives of millions worldwide. It advances silently, often evading notice, until much of the vital kidney function has been lost. For many, the battle against CKD begins at the very point when hope seems to be waning, when dialysis becomes a necessity or the prospect of a kidney transplant looms large. But is there a path to reversal, even at this late stage? This is the question we seek to answer. Not with false hope or empty promises, but with the latest scientific understanding, practical guidance, and a message of resilience. Let's begin by understanding why so many people find themselves diagnosed with CKD only when the disease has already done considerable damage. The reality is harsh. Most individuals are unaware of their kidney decline until 70 to 80% of their kidney function is already gone. The early symptoms are subtle: swelling in the hands, feet, or face, persistent nausea or vomiting, fatigue, trouble concentrating, changes in urination, high blood pressure, and sometimes shortness of breath. These signs are so easily mistaken for the stresses of daily life, minor ailments, or side effects of other conditions that by the time alarm bells ring, the disease is often advanced. At this point, a simple blood test can provide a window into kidney health. Creatinine, a waste product filtered by the kidneys, becomes a key marker. There's a useful rule of thumb. Add 2 to your creatinine number, multiply by 10, and you get an approximate percentage of kidney failure. For example, a creatinine level of 2 translates to about 40% kidney failure, meaning roughly 60% of kidney function remains. A creatinine of 6, that's 80% kidney failure, just 20% function left. This formula isn't a substitute for medical diagnosis, but it gives a sense of where you stand. Faced with an 80% loss of kidney function, the first and most important step is to consult a nephrologist. They'll investigate the cause, but statistically, the culprit is often chronic high blood pressure, diabetes, or both. There are other factors too: overuse of certain painkillers like NSAIDs, unsupervised use of herbal or Ayurvedic medicines, or exposure to toxins and heavy metals through unregulated supplements. Identifying and addressing these causes is critical, because CKD is rarely the result of a single moment. It's usually the end product of years of silent strain. So what does Western medicine offer at this stage? The mainstay of treatment is to manage symptoms and prevent further decline. Blood pressure medications, often ACE inhibitors or ARBs, help protect the kidneys. Blood sugar control is vital for those with diabetes. Cholesterol-lowering drugs may be prescribed, and other supportive medications as needed. But, and this is crucial, these treatments are primarily about slowing progression and managing complications. They do not reverse existing damage. The question remains, is reversal possible? The answer, based on recent research and clinical experience, is that while complete reversal of CKD is extremely rare, there is potential to recover some lost function, especially if action is taken when some kidney tissue is still viable. Think of the kidneys as made up of millions of tiny filters called nephrons. If a portion, say 40%, are irreversibly damaged, they can't be revived. But if another 40% are weak, inflamed, or stressed, these may still be salvageable with the right interventions. The remaining 20%, which are healthy, must be protected at all costs. To maximize kidney recovery and preserve remaining function, a comprehensive, multi-pronged approach is essential. Imagine this as a 3-way attack plan: medical management, natural therapies, and nutrition. First, medical management. Western medicine remains the cornerstone for stabilizing CKD, especially at advanced stages. Accurate diagnosis, identification of the root cause, and prescription of critical medications prevent sudden deterioration. This is not just about treating symptoms, but about maintaining what function remains and avoiding dangerous complications like fluid overload, high potassium, or severe anemia. Second, natural therapies. While the gold standard treatments remain those validated by strong scientific evidence, there is growing interest in the potential for regenerative medicine, and specifically stem cell therapy, to repair damaged kidney tissue. However, these approaches are still in the experimental stage, not yet routinely available in clinical practice. Some herbal and Ayurvedic compounds have shown promise in reducing inflammation, supporting immune balance, and alleviating symptoms. Homeopathy, too, may offer gentle support for some patients. but these must only be undertaken with the supervision of qualified professionals, as unsupervised use can be dangerous, especially when kidney function is compromised. Third, and perhaps most underestimated, is nutrition. The right dietary plan can be transformative for CKD patients, supporting kidney function, reducing strain, and improving quality of life. However, kidney nutrition is highly individualized. There is no one-size-fits-all diet. Sodium, phosphorus, and potassium intake must be carefully tailored based on lab values and disease stage. Adequate but not excessive protein is important, and the sources of protein, lean meats, fish, or plant-based, may need to be adjusted. Hydration is another area where individualized planning is vital. A common myth is that CKD patients should severely restrict water intake. In reality, hydration needs depend on urine output, stage of disease, and the presence of swelling or heart issues. As a general rule, your body requires around 1 liter of water per 15 kilograms of body weight. For a 60 kilograms person, that's about 4 liters daily. Over-restriction can lead to dehydration, worsening kidney stress, and overall health. The best approach is to focus on hydrating foods, vegetables like bottle gourd, zucchini, and cucumber, and fruits like melon, papaya, and pears, while avoiding those high in potassium unless approved by your dietitian. There are also practical dietary hacks that can make a real difference. For example, pomegranate seeds are high in potassium, but you can extract the juice in your mouth and spit out the seeds to reduce potassium intake while still enjoying the fruit's benefits. Every detail counts. But in the age of social media, misinformation abounds. Viral videos promising to cure CKD in 7 days or reduce creatinine instantly with some magical leaf are at best misleading and at worst dangerous. CKD is a complex chronic condition that demands structured, evidence-based, and personalized care. There are no quick fixes. Despite these challenges, success stories do exist. There are patients who, at the brink of dialysis, have managed to stabilize and even improve their kidney function through a combination of medical care, supervised natural therapies, and meticulous nutrition. These are not miracles. They are the result of disciplined, multifaceted intervention and unwavering commitment. Let's look closer at the 3-way attack plan. Medical support is not just about medication, but about regular monitoring, tracking creatinine, blood urea nitrogen, electrolytes, hemoglobin, and blood pressure helps guide treatment decisions and detect complications early. Vaccinations may be recommended to reduce infection risk. And for those already on dialysis, ongoing assessment is crucial. Although sustained recovery of kidney function in dialysis patients is rare, occurring in only about 1.5% of cases, it can happen with the right circumstances and aggressive management. Natural therapies, when used judiciously and under supervision, can complement medical treatment. Certain Ayurvedic herbs have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and rhinoprotective properties, but they must be selected carefully to avoid toxicity. Homeopathic remedies may support overall balance, reduce stress, and improve quality of life, but should never replace conventional treatment. Nutrition is the foundation that supports all other interventions. A registered dietitian specializing in kidney disease is essential. The diet must address not only macronutrients, but also micronutrients, fluid balance, and energy needs. For example, high sodium can worsen hypertension and swelling, high phosphorus can damage bones, and high potassium can cause dangerous heart rhythms. Frequent, small, balanced meals, rich in fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, but tailored to individual needs, are key. Lifestyle modifications are equally important. Regular, moderate physical activity supports cardiovascular health, weight management, and blood pressure control. Stress management techniques, such as meditation, deep breathing, and yoga, can help reduce the impact of chronic illness. Adequate sleep is vital, as poor sleep can worsen hormone imbalances and metabolic stress. It's important to note that while early detection and intervention offer the best chance to slow or even partially reverse CKD progression, even those at advanced stages can benefit significantly from comprehensive management. The goal may shift from reversal to preservation and quality of life, but every percentage point of kidney function matters. What about the future? Regenerative medicine is a rapidly evolving field. Stem cell therapies are being explored for their potential to regenerate damaged kidney tissue, and early research is promising. Advances in genetic therapies, bioartificial kidneys, and tissue engineering may one day offer hope for true reversal. But for now, these remain on the horizon. Until then, the path to recovery, or at least to stability, depends on a few key principles. First, never rely on a single system of medicine. Combine the strengths of modern medicine, natural therapies, and nutritional science, always under professional supervision. Second, avoid self-medication, especially with herbal supplements or unregulated remedies, as these can do more harm than good. Third, beware of social media cures and miracle claims. CKD is not a minor ailment. It requires structured, personalized, science-backed care. Finally, commit to regular monitoring and disciplined self-care. Track your creatinine, monitor your blood pressure, and stay in close contact with your healthcare team. Follow your dietitian's guidance, not generic diet charts. Adopt lifestyle habits that support kidney health, exercise, stress reduction, and adequate rest. Remember, CKD is not a death sentence. With early detection, expert guidance, and a comprehensive approach, many patients can slow progression, avoid dialysis, and live fulfilling lives. For those already on dialysis, improvements and even partial recovery, while rare, are not impossible. As we look to the future, we remain hopeful. New therapies are under development, and our understanding of kidney disease is deepening every year. But the foundation remains: a multidisciplinary, patient-centered approach tailored to each individual's unique needs. In the coming discussions, we'll delve deeper into the specifics: superfoods that support kidney health, gentle exercises that boost function, and how stress and sleep patterns impact the kidneys and what you can do to improve them. Until then, stay informed, stay proactive, and above all, stay hopeful. With the right plan and the right team, life with CKD can be managed, and in some cases, function can be regained. It's not a miracle. It's the result of science, commitment, and care.